In today's video, we're going to be comparing 16 different flips in a tournament style bracket, so they're going to go head to head, and we're going to see who comes out on top and who is truly the best flip inside a HYPIXEL Skyblock. Let's get straight to it. So quickly before we start the tournament and we dive into which matches are first, we need to cover how it works. Each flip will be scored points. The flip with the most points will be crowned the winner and will go on to the next round. So the first stage will be worth 1 million coins, and we'll be putting 1 million coins into each item, and then the second stage will be 2 million, and then all the way until we hit the final stage will be worth 5 million coins in 2 different items. So how each flip will be graded is how fast it takes to fill the buy offer, so the flip that fills the quickest will get a point, then how much profit is expected, so the flip with the most profit will get a point, and then also the fastest sell offer, so the flip that sells the fastest will get a point. So that is the 4 different points that you can get from these flips, and we're going to see which one will go through to the next round. So the previous recording just then corrupted, however, so this is what we've done so far. So we've started the first 2 matches, and it was the Enchanted Iron versus the Grand XP bottle, and the Iron so far has got 1 point because the Grand XP hasn't even started filling, and that already filled, and I've relisted it, and we're expecting around 130k profit. So if this fills by the time before this sells, and it's more than 130k profit, then the Grand XP bottle can still win. However, if the Enchanted Iron fills and sells before this even fills, then the Enchanted Iron will just go straight through. And then the next game is the Enchanted Ender Pearls versus the Spider Essence, and the Spider Essence has now filled. So we're going to be selling them at around 2,175, and then that means we're going to be looking at a profit of nearly 160k. So hopefully the Enchanted Ender Pearl fills by then, because so far the Spider Essence is on 1 point and the Enchanted Iron is on 1 point. However, if the Enchanted Ender Pearl fills and it's worth more money, then we can also obviously give that a point, and it's a bit closer to the Spider Eye. Whilst we're waiting for them to fill, we're going to look at the next one, which is the Enchanted Rabbit Hide, and it's against the Fel Pearl. So let's look for the Rabbit Hide and then see how much we're going to buy out of the Enchanted Rabbit Hide. So we're going to buy 162 Enchanted Rabbit Hide, and then now we need to look for Fel Pearl and see how much we actually are going to be buying of the Fel Pearl. So we're going to be buying 1,000 Fel Pearls. So we're going to see which one takes longer to fill and see which one's worth more and which one's going to go through to the next round. So the next match, it's going to be the Ender Monocle against the Enchanted Pork. So we are going to go to Enchanted Pork first and set up the buy order and then see how many we are going to buy. So we're going to buy 251 Enchanted Pork for around 1 million coins. And then now we need to go to the Ender Monocle, and right here it's worth 27, and I think the max you can buy is 250 on Power Stones. So we're going to buy 250, and we're going to see which one can sell first and which one can fill first. Okay, so the Enchanted Pork actually has already filled, so that's beating the Ender Monocle now. It's got 1 point, so we're going to sell it for 4,590 per, and then that means we're going to be getting 89, and that means we're going to be getting a profit of nearly 150k. So if that sells before the Ender Molecule fills, that means it's going to go straight through to the next round. And now the Rabbit Hide has actually filled, so that's going to be 8,182. So when we sell that, we're going to be looking at nearly 300. We're looking at around 325k. But that means that's got 1 point over the Fel Pearl, as that hasn't quite filled yet. We're still waiting on the Enchanted Ender Pearls to fill. Still waiting on these to start selling. So far it's still a close game. But right now we've got the Enchanted Iron, which is at 1 point. Enchanted Pork at 1 point, the Enchanted Rabbit Hide at a point, and also the Spider Essence at a point. So OBS keeps crashing for some reason. However, the Enchanted Iron has gone through, and so has the Enchanted Ender Pearl. So the Spider Essence and also the Grand XP bottles are now out. So it's left down to the Enchanted Pork, which is sold, and so is the Enchanted Rabbit Hide, and it's between the Ender Molecule and the Fel Pearl. So if we bring up the listings, it's between the Rabbit Hide and the Fel Pearl. So the Rabbit Hide didn't really give us that much profit, as you can see. That we spent 1 million, we got 300k back, and the Fel Pearl we spent around, I'd say we spent around 380k, and we're going to be getting back nearly 1 million coins. So the profit goes to Fel Pearl. However, if we're basing it off who sold quickest, as you can see, they sold 2 minutes, they all sold, whereas this, it's taken a minute, we sold 80, so we've got 300k, but it's not all filled. So I would rather put the Fel Pearl through, but I can't. Following the tournament, the Enchanted Rabbit Hide has just won, and the Enchanted Pork won because that filled around 2 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. The Ender Molecule has just filled as well, and the Fel Pearl is catching up, but I can't give it to it now because it's too late. The other thing already won. So we're going to change it now so that the Enchanted Rabbit Hide won and the Enchanted Pork. So now we've got our next 2 winners, and we can start the final 4 games for the first round. Okay, so now we've got the Yogi versus the Healing Tissue. So let's get the Yogi in here first. It's right here, Yogi. So we are going to buy 14,000 Yogis, and that gives us around 1 million. And then we've also got the healing tissue, which is here, and we're going to have to buy 1 million coins worth. So we're going to be buying 220 healing tissues, and we're going to see which one is going to fill quickest. So for the next match, we've got Enchanted Charcoal against Ancient Claw. So we're going to buy the Charcoal first and see how many Charcoal we need to buy. So we're going to be buying 390 Enchanted Charcoal, and then Ancient Claw is what is against it. So if we go to events and then go to mythological, it's right here. We need to buy 1 million coins worth of this. So we're going to be buying 6,400 Ancient Claws. So we're waiting to see which one fills first and also the profit, and then which one sells the fastest. So for the next one, it's going to be Hot Bait versus Dragon Claw. So the Hot Bait, you go to baits, it's right here. So we're going to be setting up a buy order, and I'll show you how many we're going to buy. We're going to be buying 8,300 Hot Bait. And then we're also going to be looking at Dragon Claw, which is a Reforged Stone, which is right here, and we're going to be buying 63 Dragon Claws. So we have now made it to the second stage, and the people that have gone through is the Enchanted Iron, the Enchanted Ender Pearl, the Enchanted Rabbit Hide, Enchanted Pork, Healing Tissue, the Ancient Claw, the Dragon Claw, and the Yellow Goblin Eggs. So the first up is the Enchanted Iron and the Enchanted Ender Pearl. So this time we are buying 2 millions worth, and we're seeing which one fills the fastest, and which one sells fastest and profit. So we're going to be buying 1,700 Enchanted Iron, and then we've got the Enchanted Ender Pearls. So let's see how many Enchanted Ender Pearls we're going to be buying. We're going to be buying 16,000 Enchanted Ender Pearls, and we will also set up the next one, which is the Enchanted Rabbit Hide and the Enchanted Pork. So we'll start off with the Enchanted Pork. We're going to be buying 2 million coins worth. So we're going to be buying 505 Enchanted Pork, and then we've got the Enchanted Rabbit Hide, which we're going to be buying 330. So we're going to see which one fills the quickest, which one takes the longest to sell, and then that's what we're going to see are the winners. So the next game is the Healing Tissue versus the Ancient Claw. So if we go to Healing Tissue first and we buy 2 millions worth, we're going to be buying 440 Healing Tissues. And then what it's going against is the Ancient Claw. So if we go to oddities and then events and then mythological, we've got the Ancient Claw. We're going to be buying 12,750 Ancient Claws. And then for the final match, we've got the Dragon Claw versus the Yellow Goblin Eggs. So when we go to Dragon Claws, which is a Reforged Stone, it's here. We're going to be buying 125 Dragon Claws. And then when we go to Goblin Eggs, they are going to be in the mining, and then Goblin Eggs, it's the Yellow Goblin Egg that we're buying. We're going to be buying 130 of the Yellow Goblin Eggs. So we're going to wait until some of these are fully filled, and whichever fully fills gets the point, which looks like Enchanted Iron is very close to filling. However, the ones that don't fill in the 15-minute time span, we'll just collect what's been filled and we'll relist them, and we'll see which one makes the most money. Okay, so the footage actually just corrupted from me selling this round. However, we will go over everything that just happened. So the Enchanted Iron didn't fully fill. However, the Enchanted Ender Pearl did, and we ended up making around 1 million coins from the Enchanted Ender Pearl. And as you can see here, only 200k, 150k-ish profit from Enchanted Iron. So Enchanted Ender Pearl beat the Enchanted Iron, and then we went to the Enchanted Rabbit Hide and Enchanted Pork. And the Enchanted Rabbit Hide fully filled, and I think we got, if we go up, we got from the Enchanted Rabbit Hide, so yeah, 1 million coins from Enchanted Ender Pearl, and then the Rabbit Hide got us around 700k, and Enchanted Pork only getting us barely anything. Enchanted Pork got us about 40k, so Enchanted Rabbit Hide went through for that. And then it was the Healing Tissue versus the Ancient Claw, and the Ancient Claw the Healing Tissue won. As you can see here, that the Healing Tissue, we spent 115k and we sold it for 544, so we got around a 430k profit, whereas with the Ancient Claw we only got around a 200-ish-k profit, 260k profit. So it was a good fight. However, Healing Tissue came out on top, and then the final one being the the final one being the Dragon Claw and the Yellow Goblin Eggs. The Yellow Goblin Eggs came out on top. We ended up getting, I believe it was around a 400k profit, whereas with the Dragon it was only about 100k profit. So that's just a summary of what recently just happened, and we're now moving on to the semi-final. Okay, so I have set up all of the matches for this second round, being all of this. So we end up buying 24k Enchanted Ender Pearl, 490 Enchanted Rabbit Hide, which actually has sold. So now that's got 1 point over the Enchanted Ender Pearl. So we're listing up at 8137, and that means we're going to be getting a profit of around nearly 1 million coins. We're getting about 960k. So it can easily come back if the Enchanted Ender Pearls do fill. However, so far the Enchanted Rabbit Hide is winning. And then we've bought 195 Yellow Goblin Eggs, and then also 650 Healing Tissues. So we will be back once one of them fills, or if none of them fill, and we end up listing them all up, what we have at that moment. So the Rabbit Hide has actually now fully filled. It's fully sold, which means the enchanted ender pearl has been knocked out as it's only filled 8k out of the 24k. So we can click on the enchanted rabbit hide to send it through to the next round. And now it's between the yellow goblin eggs and the healing tissue. I'm just going to claim them both because it's been going for about 10 minutes now and they're both barely filled. So we spent 77k on the yellow goblin eggs and we get back around 50k profit. And then if we look at the healing tissue, we're going to get back nearly around 863k and we spent 200k. So we're making about 663k from those 43 healing tissues. So we'll send that through, which means the final is going to be the rabbit hide versus the healing tissue. So for the final, we're going to spend 4 million coins on each of them. So we'll start off with obviously the enchanted rabbit hide, and we're going to spend 4 million coins and see how many we end up buying. So we're going to be buying 660 enchanted rabbit hide. And now we got to find the healing tissue, and we need to buy 4 million's worth of the healing tissue. So we're going to be buying 870 healing tissues. So we're going to be leaving this. I might leave this for another, let's say we leave it for 10 minutes and come back to it and then see how many have filled and see how much profit we're going to make from either of them. Which for this final, it's not a point system. Whichever makes the most profit within 10 minutes, that's the winner. And that's what we're going to crown the best flip right now in HYPIXEL Skyblock. So it has been about 20 minutes since we put the buy offers up. So we're going to claim all of the enchanted rabbit hide, which we spent 3.6 mil on. And we're going to be making about 1.1 mil. Roughly, yeah, about 1.1 mil from the enchanted rabbit hide. So now the healing tissue, we bought 173. We need to see at least 1.9 mil. If we see 1.9 mil, then the healing tissue could win. If we don't, okay. So the healing tissue just made about 3.1 million coins. So if we go to the tournament bracket, I think we know who the winner is going to be. The winner right now is the healing tissue. The healing tissue seems to be the best flip that there is. That only filled about 19.9%. So if it fully filled, we would have got 5 times that. We would have got 12, not even, about 20 million coins you would have got. So that is an amazing flip, and that is the winner for this tournament. So we've came to the conclusion that the healing tissue is actually the best flip to be doing right now. If you did enjoy this type of video, then we can always film another one. Maybe we might do like one a month where we do this little tournament and see which flips at the minute are doing the best. However, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe as we're trying to push 2,000 subs by the end of the year. That is all from me now, and peace.